This week on Money and Meka, we will be discussing youth violence.
What can we do to help our youth?
It's time to make a change.
Stop lying. Welcome back. Keeping it 100 with Money and Meka.
Always, what's good?
You in your Trump shirt today.
Yeah, I mean, I know the motherfucker ain't gonna go to jail, but to me, he's still guilty, so.
His fault.
I'm gonna rep how I feel.
Okay. I ain't mad. I'm gonna rep him today, too, with my little blonde.
Yeah, I got the same hairstyle and a little swoop. Today, I want to really come with it. It's a lot of youth violence going on, man. And I'm gonna touch this topic because I just lost, like, a real nephew to me, you know what I'm saying? And, like, the other day, we was at he died 3 days after his birthday, after his 16th birthday. He got shot and killed. Yeah, he was doing wrong. He was at the wrong place, doing the wrong thing at the wrong time.
With the wrong people.
With the wrong people. And it's not a closed case because they still investigating. So they,
much open.
You know what I'm saying? It's an open case. So, well, I'm gonna say what I want to say anyway. We know half them little boy name. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. All the fake they making fake pages and stuff like that. But that's on my behalf. That's coming from my heart. That's why I chose to talk about youth gun violence, because it's crazy out here, man.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I grew up around a lot of violence.
Right.
They talk about it on TV all the time, Boys in the Hood and South Central and all that. And one of the first things they always say is it true? Is it how it really is? And yes, it really is how it is. The difference is, one, in California or in LA is definitely gangs. And it's these few blocks and these few blocks and these. So you can be right next to another, gang or clique, because that's how a lot of them start off as well. But you can be next to them, and it's, you got the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, all these different ones that's right there together. And I notice here in Atlanta, it's more so zones.
It really was like neighborhoods until they started, the zones really, they the police precincts that's in them neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but it usually be like Cleveland Ave beefing with Four Seasons, and then when these rappers start buying their way into these gangs, everybody start feeling like gangs was the way. And that's why I feel like the youth listening to certain music, they being brainwashed to feel like they in the gang. They not really, these clowns in Atlanta not doing it like they do in L.A. or Little Rock, Arkansas.
I mean, and really, a lot of them aren't, some of them are gang affiliated.
Yeah.
But not necessarily all of them are part of the gangs. Now, I do know, like Nipsey Hussle, he was a 60. He was
right.
a rolling 60 Crip, But for us that knew him and around him, it was different. He rapped, but he wasn't a celebrity type. He was a local celebrity, definitely. And I can't really say local. I don't want to, take anything away from him, because he is definitely well known. Unfortunately, in my opinion, he got more notoriety after he passed. He was big, but he wasn't big at the same time. Right. People, heard and things like that. But definitely, of course, with me going to Crenshaw and that being a 60 school, all my friends, everybody knew who he was. He was coming up to the school, so it was different. But it was also, his street life and his quote unquote celebrity rap, that was two totally different things. Now, he still rapped about, his street life, but it was definitely different. And because majority of them, I don't see a lot of them as real gang members, like The Game or whatever. Okay, yeah, but how can you really, this is my opinion, how can you really, really be hard, deep into these different gangs and be a celebrity? because you're well known. You know what I mean? Like, how much dirt you pulling? How much this you do? You know, you very easy for the op to come find you. So
I feel like, and it's true though, music, the stuff you see on TV, entertainment. So that's how I look at it.
That's what it is.
A lot of them just made up just to sell. They gonna do what sell. Lil Wayne came out.
Everybody wants to be Bloods.
The blood, but he was not a Blood at first. He was a Crip. Look at the Hot Boy. They always rocking blue flags when they first came out.
And now
after he got
red,
after he got a certain age, you know what I'm saying? That shit. I mean,
but
people be like the single parent home and what the children been through. Man, no, man. You just trying to fit in with some ducks, bro. Me personally, half of these children that carrying these guns, they not really no shooters.
Well, I always said that people that have guns, they really have them because they're scared, because of fear.
Yeah, a scared person with a gun and kill you faster than
I mean, but when you think about it, like we said, when I was growing up, we was having fights. We get jumped at the most. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when you can't sit there and use your fists and all that, I'm scared. I'm going to pick up a weapon. I'm going to get this, a gun. You could shoot somebody from 300, all this away. So it's like, that's nothing. You don't even have to be face to face. You're not even a real threat.
But it's hard. Like, I was talking to one of my brothers a few minutes ago. It's hard for us to say, let's stop it when shit half of the police, they putting the guns on the street. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, that's a whole different story in a sense, because we already know we didn't come with the guns. We didn't bring them. We're not manufacturing them, just like with the drugs and everything else. We didn't bring the stuff here. We didn't create it.
Right.
So I definitely say, and even the police, I remember we was watching a movie and they were talking about a brotherhood within the police department. Yeah. That's another gang. You always mess with me talking about the sorority and all the different stuff. Those are gangs,
Right.
But in actuality, of course, being a part of a sorority, I'm like, no, it's not. But when you look at those things, the way that they put the gangs, it is the same thing.
Organized.
You have a cause. You're organized. You have a president or a lieutenant, or you have
the motherboard at church is a gang.
So especially like with the indictments and everything, like with Young Thug right now, it's hard because a lot of times you don't even have to identify yourself as a gang. Society would do that for you. That's a gang. It's a gang of them. You know what I mean? Right. So it's like automatically you already stereotyped, you already labeled, and that puts you and whatever cause you have for it or that you stand for in jeopardy.
I mean, it's cool to want to be things and be like people, but man, 12-year, 13-year-old, 11-year-old, 10-year-old, why they carrying pistols bigger than. But
whose fault do you think it is? Let's be 100.
You can't just say parents. You can't say parents.
Yes. It's not all parents, but it's the adults that's around that's influencing these children. Because just like it sickens me to my stomach sometimes when I'm looking at some of the videos on YouTube and Instagram that showing the children at with the birthday party and they got the fake guns and all that type of stuff and the money and all that. They're imitating what they see.
Right.
And so they see it and it's like, okay, what do children, we know children want to be like their mom, their dad, their sister, their brother, all the people that's older than them. So when they see those role models doing that and they acting like they having a good time, that's what they want to do. Oh, they're cool. They got all the friends, everybody coming around them. I want to be like that.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, that don't mean you got to go. Use your hand, man. Stop all that killing.
But if you carrying a gun, what's the point of carrying if you're not going to use it?
I mean, that's true.
I'm not saying that you got to use it every day, but
carrying them things around all day, every day. The only time they pull them out is to take pictures. I done been in the store plenty of times where I could have really just reached and grabbed a little bit of pistol and the hell you gonna do? And I took it. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I agreed. But again, that goes back to the people that's carrying them are usually the ones that's scared. Now, granted, they're not going to say they scared because
Right.
that's a form of weakness. So, you know, they're not going to say they scared, but, you know, I know like when I had my weapon as well, or, you know, gun, military got me saying weapon, but, you know, when I had mine.
Another game. What's that?
My reason was because I seen all these other people that had it. And I'm like, you crazy. No, I don't need to. You know, you got one and you got a permit. Oh my! Oh, let me go get one because these fools is crazy around here. I can't be the only one without one.
I mean, I
but
feel
I was
like,
scared to be caught in the midst of all that.
I feel like women, every woman should have a little pistol. I don't care if it's a little 22, 25, because it's like y'all got a target, a red target on your back. Because I feel, you know, I ain't gonna say I feel. I know they feel like women are weak. You know what I'm saying? You catch a lady coming out of the club 2 o'clock in the morning with a child. Her whole concern is that child.
But too with the child.
Well, you know, yeah. You know, coming out, grocery store, whatever she doing, 2 o'clock. You got to watch your surroundings because it ain't the little old crackhead no more. It these little young boy.
Yeah, and remember, it don't even have to be at night.
Right.
And remember the mom and daughter we seen, you know, they got attacked and all that.
Yeah.
So it don't have to be at night or anything. But yes, I remember it was a few years ago, an older lady had got kidnapped and raped by some younger guys. They took her to gave her drugs, took her to the ATM and all that, made her withdraw money and raped her. Right. And it was like, really? I
mean, that shit, all that's going overboard, man. They need to just stay in school.
It's like, why though?
Stay in school, get your education. You want to really play with guns, go to the military.
That's what I say.
That's your game plan. You really want to play with guns, go to the military. Cause
I believe
I feel like
on that one.
Me personally, I tell a young nigga he can't fight, period, because you always carrying a gun. But it's a whole thing around that to me in my heart. You shoot, you young, you shoot, you gonna have to get, when you go locked up, you gonna have to use them hands. You ain't no guns in prison. Mm-hmm. Well, you know, they call them the sticks and they'll shank your ass, but that's personal, because if somebody get up close enough to you and stab, that's personal. Mm-hmm. You can shoot somebody from a distance. You feel what I'm saying? And half these little boys like to drive by. Y'all doing mistaken shooting innocent bystanders. And
LA caused me to have some real PTSD because, you know, it's a different vibe out here in Atlanta versus Los Angeles. Because even though, you know, we kick it on the porch, all that type of stuff, I ain't gonna lie. It was like I got spooked after a while because I done seen, you know, I lost so many friends to drive-bys and things where I'm like, Now I'm looking at it while I'm out there. I'm looking all down the street, seeing any car, any this, and then you may not notice it, but I done creep back behind this big thing or something every time I see it. You know what I mean? That's where my mind is at now.
We can't. I mean, I do that sometimes too, and I'm from Atlanta, but I'm not finna get caught with my pants. Now, you feel what I'm saying? You're not finna come from the side of my house. No, I'm gonna know all my surroundings. If you come from the side of that house, you know what's gonna happen when you come from the side of that house. It don't have to be no gun. I'm gonna bless you. Trust me, but that's protecting you and yours. They just out here shooting for no reason, man. Then it's like
mad, and the first thing they do is pull a gun out.
You can't even spell switch. You can't even spell 9mm. They can't even spell Beretta. It come from what they see other folks doing. And
what they think.
But to me, I feel like us being older, we need to buy all their guns from, get that shit off the street, man. Cause I want my little boy, I want Quaid to see 18, 19, 20, 21.
But it takes, just like, when we talked about the life changes and things, it takes something to happen. Unfortunately for a lot of us, it takes us just getting older and maturing.
Right.
But by that time, we done already, and I'm saying we because I'm taking accountability as well. But we've already painted the picture for the youth. We've already made it seem like it was cool. Yeah, I was in there whipping. You know what I'm saying? Just doing this, and even just like we talk about the female performers and how they are more illicit and everything now, and. Okay, so when you see the girls, the high school girls, or even the middle school girls doing and wearing certain things that they see the celebrities doing, you have to take accountability and say, this is what I put out there. Now, granted, I'm pretty sure a lot of those stars would say, oh, well, my music or this show or whatever wasn't targeted for that audience. Well, once you put it out there, it's out there.
I mean, it might not target at all, but if it's hot,
it don't have to be the target though.
Right, but
it's still the message that you're putting out there, because your target may now go and relay that message to another one. You know what I mean? Right. That's a minor. But like we said, even though they're not the target, children still sneak and watch a lot of stuff. They still, unless it's some type of major restriction where they can't get to it. They can't, you have to only go see this in the movie. And even then, some of the people let you slide in. You know what I mean? So it's like, but it has to be something major, which is hard to do that. But
it's entertainment.
Granted.
You feel what I'm saying? A lot of the stuff that you see on TV, if it don't say based on a true story, it's for you to laugh and get enjoyment, like, oh my God, this shit happened or that happened. But children don't see it like that because of the fact.
We don't all the time either.
Right, you're right. When we were growing up, 8 Ball and MJG, they talked about every goddamn thing in the world. My job at Meka D, they quit their job just to go rob. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like, if that type, and that music was way harder back then when we were growing up than it is today. You feel what I'm saying? They were really telling stories.
Yeah.
But we went out there trying to do all this.
They back in the day, when you say that, like you say entertainment, back in the day it really was. Like you said, Uncle Ricky, can you read a bedtime story? You know what I'm saying? It was actually story. It was a reason and a meaning behind this. Even Ice Cube, today was a good day. You know what I'm saying? Putting all that, and it was a story to tell. Now, I'm not even gonna lie, it'll have a good hook. It'll have something, a good little line in there. You're like, oh, yeah, that was hot. And now everybody just saying that little 2-liner, that, 2 bars or something. But it's not a story. They're, I don't even want to say just talking or whatever, just doing entertainment, because they'll be talking about one thing 1 second and switch it up to another. And it's like, okay, wait. Okay, I'm still rocking because I like the beat. You know what I mean? You make that, but it's not a story no more.
I mean, and that's what we know it's not a story, because back then it was 5 and 6 minutes.
Right.
4:56 at a minimum. Now it's 2 minutes, 3:15, 2:30. Now you got your whole song. Mm-hmm. Most of the music now, like right now, I hate the fact that, and we was young, we always took something from a celebrity and did it. But if you look around now, ever since certain rappers and entertainment locked up in Atlanta, everybody's pants been getting looser now. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't say.
The death of the skinny jean.
Yeah, I can't say that. I don't know why. It just completely switched.
Now everybody getting back to normal pants. I even seen one of my children, boy, pants been tight as hell ever since a long time. Now that Thug them locked up, them pants ain't tight no more.
We ain't just gonna say Thug, because he ain't the only one.
Well, he the main one in the city of Atlanta.
Well, you could blame the skirt on Thug, if anything.
That was not a skirt. So you got to talk to him. That was a dress. It wasn't a skirt, but it wasn't a
dress, a wraparound, whatever.
But you got we weren't influenced by Prince.
No.
You feel what I'm saying?
Even saying Michael Jackson. Well, people were, but it was totally different.
I mean, getting a Michael Jackson Thriller jacket, that's different from you wear a size 40 on a regular day, but then you go get a size 22. That's fucked up in my eyes.
To me, I'm gonna be quiet, because that's a whole different thing. Because I'm already gonna say, like with the girls, we call stuff like that, them little bitty shorts, them coochie cutters. We see girls wearing jeans or something too tight. We like, girl, you have a yeast infection.
How can you be how can you be a real gangster out here? It's gonna take you 5 to 10 minutes to pull that pistol out them tight ass pants.
I'm be funny and say half of them probably because they mama couldn't get no pants that actually fit, so they, that's why they didn't have them
you can't even blame them on these children going and these young boys going there asking for let me get the skinny leg, the mediums, and man, no nigga.
They are saying skinny.
You feel what I'm saying? That shit is not cool. You can't be a thug wearing ballerina pants around all damn day.
They beg to differ. Because they sure trying to be.
I mean, look at it back at, like, a lot of people don't know. If you from Atlanta, you know what happened to Lil B. Lil B been locked up a long time. They were the first act of real youth violence when he shot the man in front of the church because he wouldn't cut the lights off. That boy been locked up for days. Years. You feel what I'm saying? Not seeing no daylight. I feel like if they stick, that's why I coach. If you stick to putting your children in something that they like and get them around somebody that's going to mentor them and not show them, this, like everybody know, I smoke weed. So fucking what? It's not violent. You feel what I'm saying?
But you also, children are going to listen to people that's more relatable.
Right.
You can't come from the suburbs trying to tell somebody that's in poverty in the hood, in the projects, how to do right, how to get out of that. Because it's like, you were never in it. If
you're gonna get
somebody
yourself,
that was in it and they got out and tell me how to get out. Because you was never in it, so your tactics and all that sound good, but it don't work. It don't fly like it. You know what I'm saying? It's not go. It's two totally different things. We talking about apples and oranges. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be relatable in order to get their attention, to get them to listen. But I don't know. I'm gonna ask you, and I'm gonna also say my opinion. What do you think one of the major problems is, or one of the major contributions that's causing this problem of this major youth violence?
Well, that's not a hard question, but I think it's like, again, values of life, meaning family values. And I ain't just talking about the mom and dad. You got uncles and aunties that can be an inspiration to a child. But if you see, I ain't never seen none of my uncle with no pistol. When I started grabbing them guns, it was because I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? My uncle, I know they had them, but they weren't flashing them. I seen my uncle tell him slap the shit out of somebody without a gun. You feel what I'm saying? I seen my daddy beat a nigga without a gun. Everybody can't be barbaric. You're going to lose some. That's what it is. They be scared they're going to lose.
Thank you. They
and get embarrassed.
Yep.
But at the same time, I really get embarrassed. If you lose, I really be embarrassed and fucking dead. Then you got shit to worry about no more. Or locked up.
Because I think that a lot of it has to do with, like you're saying, the values and lack thereof. Because they don't care about life like that anymore. They think that's just it, And so what? They're not thinking about nothing. You know what I mean? It's like they don't care.
I put myself in like my little nephew M4. You know what I'm saying? I knew he was moving fast, but see, to me, when he first moved down here, he was 6, 7 years old. That when I first met Melly, you know what I'm saying? I call him my nephew because I've been there since he was young. And just when I got that phone call, that messed me all the way up. I just lost my little brother Ham to gun violence. You know what I'm saying? He quiet. Ham don't bother nobody. Niggas killing Ham for. You feel what I'm saying? Mally, even when we stayed on the east side and we were doing our thing, certain things I wouldn't have them around to introduce them to it. You feel what I'm saying? Once I moved and, you know what I'm saying, they started going to different hoods, you pick it up. They was picking up a lot of that stuff. Like, I know Mally had more motion than a lot of these young boys. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? I know he made a 20, 30,000 quick before he was 16 years old. But they say you live by it, you die by it. My little nephew would carry them guns, and I'm not gonna say I don't know who did it or how it happened, but it's a messed up situation because either two people did it. Either the man who owned the house where he was at or one of them suck-ass boys that he was with killed him. Mm-hmm. And from what my understanding is, if he was shot in the back of the head, that's somebody that shot my little nephew in the car. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna dwell on it, come and get mad about it and shit. And I do know what Sylvan Road at, but at the same time, that shit be stupid, man.
Yeah. I mean, like I know when I was growing up, and I can only really talk about it more, from growing up because after I, graduated and went to the military, yeah, I was seeing gun violence then, but that was expected. And then, I left and I went to the country and had my children because I didn't want them to be in LA or any, thing like that. But then I was there, once they start getting a little older, it's like, look, this is too slow for me. I can't, I'm be sitting here with 15 children because I ain't doing it, ain't nothing to do. So, or either strung out on drugs or something because it's nothing.
But I do say, like, I was just talking to somebody that I told him, man, I'm move out the city once.
But it doesn't matter where because it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just that in the city, things are more fast paced and you got a lot of different people. And so you can, that's the only difference.
But when we leave the city, it's not because I'm scared or nothing. It's because I want my baby boy to have the best education. You know what I'm saying? And they trust me. My boy got hands, every last one of them. You know what I'm saying? They can thump. But I know they also probably got access to pistols when they not around us. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But they not sitting out here carrying them, you know what I'm saying? And if you see one of my children on Instagram, them prop guns, trust and believe them prop guns that they be carrying. That's just it. But you do have some youth that's really with it though, you know what I'm saying? But they the ones that's not posting it, but they really with that shit.
If you think about it, let's just be 100 real quick. If I'm out here really catching bodies, I'm not finna sit there and be... Really?
Hell no.
Come on now. I'm ducked off.
The show.
You ain't even finna see me with one.
That should be the show. You
saying.
post it on Instagram, get what? Really, you putting a target on yourself again.
Because now that's gonna make anybody that do have beef with you like, oh, he's strapped. I gotta get strapped too.
I gotta get him before he get me. That's
the way
of life.
So it's like, to me, in my opinion, a problem is a lack of supervision. Them just not having anything positive to do.
Right.
Because they're sitting around and just doing nothing and getting in beefs. You know what I'm saying? Because what I was going to say was, one of my friends growing up, Scooby, he got killed. He got killed right down the street from the school. And we all heard the gunshots. And when we got out of school, we walking and his body laying there in the middle of the street. And finally they covered him up. Because I know I was one of the people yelling, cover him up, cover him up. Mm-hmm. And it's like, that was traumatizing. You got the whole school and even the junior high, they got let out because they, you know what I'm saying? The whole school walking past and seeing that. And it was gun violence because he ended up getting shot and it went through his mouth and out the back of his head. And in his situation, it was a girl behind it. It was a girl that, I'm going to say, messed with him and another guy, and the other guy came and shot him. And for me, it was either the guys that I knew were dying because of gangs.
Yeah. And,
somebody catch them and boom, they shoot them, drive by, they see you with the colors or whatever and just drive by and shoot you, or it had a female in the midst because they know, one, a female can catch you off your guard. She can get you literally with your pants down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She can have you, you talking to her and then, she over here, talking to this one and, y'all got beef and she have you come set you up, come over here and then she dip out. You know what I'm saying? We know too many of the females that set the guys up to get robbed.
Yeah. Get you to the hotel and have a whole nigga in the bathroom waiting on you.
You know what I'm saying?
Under
knock,
the bed.
knock, and next you know, you letting the people in. So, we have to educate our children, boys and the girls. I'm always telling my boys, watch them females, watch your friends, not to be putting yourself in messed up situations. And, you have intuition. And I did, raise my children and have them going to church and introducing them to God, and, having them say, hey, God, not hey, God, but, asking God to enter their heart and things so that they can have that, when we say like the Holy Spirit or your intuition or whatever, so that you can sense when something is wrong. It's like, no, this ain't right. Let me go on and dip out. Not, because I'm just going to say, even like in Mally case, it was said that he said before everything happened, like, this don't feel right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't want this. And had he took that, this don't feel right, and just left and like, fuck that, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? I'll wait for y'all, you know what I'm saying? Things to be different. So I'm always telling my children, hey, if it don't feel right, dead it right then. It don't go no further. And I know my boys have told me a time or two that happened with them. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Thank God y'all listened. You know what I mean? Or, oh, thank God that, y'all was protected, or, I was praying for y'all this day, or whatever the case may be that you pray for in general.
You know how they'll say it be hard on boy. Growing up do be hard on young boy, young men, however you want to say it.
It is.
especially when you growing up in a single parent, and you like the oldest child. Like, I got one of my football players. I know he the oldest child, you know what I'm saying? And he got siblings up under him. But so, he feel like whatever his mama going through, he got to be there. Ain't no matter who the dude is that she dating or engaged or married or whatever, he got to be the man, because of the fact he got younger siblings. And you know what I'm saying? Me and him had a talk the other day, and I had to tell him, stop beefing with the dude. You ain't got to deal with it. Walk out. Go to your room, go chill, play the game, talk to your girlfriend, walk out. Some children feel, and I told them, you taking up that, that responsibility, but when it's really not yours, your sister, your little brother, that's not your child. You helping, but if they not listening to you, walk out.
Yeah, I think that our youth need more people pouring into them. Just like you saying how you pulled him to the side and spoke to him, which I know you've done it with a lot of them. But that's one of the things that possibly can pull him in, give him, something that he listened to and actually go listen and retain it, not going one ear and not the other. Because
you got to know how to talk to him. You got to know how to talk to him. I ain't like when I talk to him, I ain't finna, boy, you can't do that. I'm going to break it down to different reasons, put them in a scenario. And so what you think your outcome going to be? They be like, jail. So why the hell go out here and do it?
Right.
The more you skip school, I told one of them, the more you skip school, you're going to get insurance. Then more than likely, they're going to come to your mama's house, and then you miss school too much, that one defect going to get in the picture. It's a...
Taking you
feel what I'm saying?
Your siblings in jeopardy. Mm-hmm.
That shit is hard, man. But when you one of them little boy that's not used to having some, you know what I'm saying? I can see where you can fall into the atmosphere of being like everybody else. Because when you don't have, and you seeing this friend getting it, and hell yeah.
Do you think that the gun violence has and the poverty has something to do or go hand in hand? Do you think they are related to each other? Or?
Yeah, hell yeah, because shit, growing up in them bricks, them children feel like they gotta protect themselves. Like you say, you are what you hang around, your environment. You gotta learn how to adapt to the environment that you in. Like a lot of projects, them bricks, I ain't talking about the little fake project, real project. Your Four Seasons, your Bankhead Courts, your Bowen Home, your what that was in Chicago, your Cabrini Green, all that.
Or like in LA, your Nickerson Garden.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have, if they see you walking around that thing.
Bricks, but
So you saying you walking around that thing and you busting, at people and they see it, they feel like that's what they got to do. They probably ain't got no, if the kids say op in the world and nobody, you probably ain't having no problem with
You
nobody.
ain't got no motions. Or
you feel what I'm saying? You ain't having, you go home and go to school and go to the store for your mama and you back in the house. Hey, you worried about a gun for? But once they see it in the atmosphere, they feel like, well, I
don't want to be left out.
I got to carry it. Yeah, that's it. They don't want to be left out.
Everybody else got it. I got to have one too. If not, then, I'm weak. I'm this, again, just left out,
I feel like every, and I said I was going to do it last year. This year, I'm going to do it more. I'm tell the children, go watch that show, All American. Old Spencer made it through Crenshaw. Well, supposed to be Crenshaw and Dorsey and all that. The man ain't had no pistol. Mm-hmm. I think in one episode, they really wanted Spencer. They were going to beat his little ass. But again, that's entertainment, but they don't pick that side of entertainment up. They'll pick the side of when Ricky run down the alley and he got shot. You feel what I'm saying? They do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
True. But at the same time, these little girls out of hand too now. We can't just, little boys ain't just a little boy. These little girls.
But the girls aren't doing the shooting as much as the boys. I'm not saying they're not doing none, but they're not doing the shooting as much as the boys. Yeah, they jumping and to me, they're causing other problems, just like being in the midst and causing the boys to have these problems. And yeah, like I said, they jumping each other and that type of thing. But the girls aren't really the ones that's really carrying the guns like that. Because when you think about it, we had the children that got shot up there, and our children know them. The ones that got shot up there at Atlantic Station.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Other children that's doing it. And where now their lives are ruined. 13-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds.
Over with for them.
You know what I mean? Ain't even started their life. The other one, it was like got shot again afterwards. The boy Rock that got killed. All these children and young boys. Young black boys this is happening to. And in my opinion, the legal system, because when it comes to all the legislative, all the judicial, all the different branches and stuff, when it come down to it, the ones that's really at the top that really make the decisions, those are not people like us. Right. Color-wise, background-wise, they're not the people like us. So just, especially when you have those different supremacy groups, that's just, okay, another nigga gone. Especially a black man, because they're the ones that's, The white folks scared of us as black men. Because a black man can have 6 babies at the same time. A black woman can only carry whatever in her stomach at that one time. Right. So if you take out the black man, you just wiped out a whole lot. Especially since they want to say how black men don't be in the family and all this type of stuff. You know what I mean? They want to throw all that out there, but they don't want to say that they're part of that reason. They, even all the way down to child support. You make all these stipulations and you lock the man up. But then no wonder it's a single home. You also taking that man from whatever other home. He may not be with this one, but he was with this one. You know what I'm saying? So you still making another single parent home. Yeah. So it's like, you making it where because of a child support, he can't get a driver's license. How, especially in the world today. Man might be the best CDL truck driver in the world. You know what I'm saying? In this world today, you depriving him, yes, of that job, of even transportation to get to a job on time. Now he got to get up earlier, get home later. They deprive you. At home, they'll take your license. Man of the house, because now he has to be on the bus extra hours just to get to this job that's going to garnish his pay anyway. They'll take your fishing license, your passport. You know what I'm saying? So, but they won't take your. They gave back your right to vote. They won't take that from you. They shouldn't. Not for no child support. They shouldn't even do it. The hell they take your fishing license for? They shouldn't. You ain't did shit to the fish because you're a felon. That right there is a whole nother thing. Just because I'm a felon should not mean I can't vote. I'm still living here. This is still. I can vote now. I'm just saying. But all that those are other ways of tearing us down. As I don't want to always make it seem, because they always say, "Oh, the race car." That is something that is very, very, big. Race is still something that's very big. 'cause I don't understand how they don't want to sit with us or dine with us or talk to us, but they'll show rape our women. So that's a whole nother story though. But
the white boy know what's going on.
They know it's that. I feel it.
They know that thing talk back on our end, on their end, they just sit there.
I mean, so, it's a whole different thing, but, it's crazy that we can live in a society that's like that, but it's real, but I don't want to make it seem like it's always race, but I hate just saying like the white man or whatever, but that's just the stereotype of it, just like we say Karens, but they thrive on keeping us down because they always, a black man or a man is supposed to be the head of the household. So if you take that out, now you got this woman trying to raise all the children doing all this on her own. Yeah. And knowing, as we already said in the beginning, we already looked at as weak.
Yeah.
So we only as strong as our weakest link. So you got the woman trying to be strong, knowing, I'm just going to say, because I know I ain't weak, but you know what I'm saying, knowing that they're not as strong as the man. So, it's, you know what I'm saying, it's like you already messed us up. And I do believe, like we said, that the poverty and the guns go hand in hand. Because like you said, the ones that's up there in the suburbs or in the predominantly white or, I'm even going to say, uppity or high class areas, even on the century, like shoot, they need to have a gun or something. Most of them, guess what their guns are kept at home.
Yeah,
they're at home. They're not walking around with it on their hip. You know what I'm saying? Some, yeah, but for the most part, they're not walking around with it. It's at home because it's for the protection of their home. Not just to be out here and, yep, I got this. You don't see the white people like that. Not saying like that, but you don't see that.
You don't.
So it's because they don't have it on them, they can't pull it out so quick and use it. But when you come to their home.
Light your ass up quick.
And right there, they got the right to. Because the castle doctrine and all this other stuff where you have the right to protect yourself and your home and your belongings. You have that right. So that's where they keep it. They're not stupid.
Yeah.
And as soon as you step up, they light your behind up.
I mean, I feel like I want to just open up a youth boxing center. If you got beef, call me. We're going to set up a fight. You feel what I'm saying?
And everything stays right there.
Everything stay right there. Leave it, like they say, leave it on the football field. Here, though,
somebody end up doing it. So somebody watching and listening. Because remember we said something about that. Well, I know I said something about the water boys giving them a job doing something. Now all of a sudden, they got the water boy store and stuff where they actually giving them jobs now. So somebody, if we don't act on it, somebody go come up and do the boxing thing because that's real.
Well,
get your frustration out, but it ends here.
Right there. Don't take it outside. Don't take it outside the boxing arena.
No guns, no weapons, no none of that. You can have your crew over there. Your crew is not even. It's only one-on-ones. No jumping. You got a problem too? Well, you come back next week.
Right.
We're not finna have a fight back to back.
See, I ain't gonna lie. I'm really gonna talk to some of my brothers. I call out my home, the clothing, my brother. I'm gonna talk to them because I believe if I come at them like that, we'll invest in something like that. Champ, L.A., all them there. I know that if I really just, with someone, you got to treat it like a real being. I got to come up with the business plan because they know I play a lot.
And yeah.
They know I be playing because I tell you, we're going to do it.
They'll just ask if ask me something about it.
And this ain't got shit to do with you. That's what they mess up
how to do something, and I'm like, yeah, he's serious. Okay.
I mean, the business side, hell yeah, my wife got my back. But they ain't got to come ask nothing. If I'm telling you that, you hear me on my podcast, we got to get a youth boxing ring. On Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, we have challenges.
Call-outs.
Yeah, real call-out Sundays, call-out Saturdays.
And I think you would get people to come because, one, that's entertainment.
Yeah.
Because they always recording them fights. So, one, that's entertainment.
Hell no. Only.
No, and I was just finna think too.
We ain't having
no recording.
No recordings.
I was already thinking that. I'm just saying, like, when they be fighting, people always recording. So they always want to see it.
Right.
So, yes, but in this situation, I would say no, it's no recording. You got to come on down here if you want to see it or something. But it's not no recording, so y'all can be talking and doing all this and oh you this and okay, shoot, somebody get their behind whoop. Guess what? You still like they said in Friday, you still live to see another day, and you can come back and fight again.
If you come out there, me personally, if you come out there,
if you lose, guess what? You got some free training.
You still a man. You feel what I'm saying? No, that's when
you give a little bit of training. Come on back this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, when we help you out a little bit.
If I see you sitting there, and it ain't just like we just gonna train you on everything. If I see your ass in there getting boxed out, beat up, and you ain't holding up no block, you gonna be trained to block. So we might do this for 4 hours every day to learn how to block. I had to make a joke about it. But
yeah, that's real.
We
gotta have something that children are interested in doing. Because I know even with me looking at my children now, I'll come up and be like, hey, y'all want to go on a cruise? Let's go on a family cruise. No. I'm like, damn, y'all ain't even been. But no, I don't think it's going to be fun on the water for too long. And it's like, no, you just got to make them do certain things sometimes just to see it. And then after you do it, then you tell me if you like it or not. Because now their interests are so different.
If they don't want to go on a cruise, guess what? I'm not going to force them. Because it's a lot of us. They say no, I'm like, well, that's a couple of 100,000 we can keep.
I mean, but on the serious, because I feel that too, because that's why they ain't went. Because I'm like, you don't want to? No problem. I'll go. But even though I still say, no, I'm going to make some just because I want them to not have the fear and just to say I did do it, because that's what life is about. I think that a lot of the youth now, they don't feel like they have anything to really live for.
A lot of them ain't left 285. They just been stuck in the perimeter.
And that's what I'm saying. So, and that's what I think we have to start doing with the youth. Start taking them on trips to black colleges and things like, not just the black colleges, just college in general. But, I definitely would hit up the black colleges because that's a whole different experience. The black colleges and, how they study and party. You know what I'm saying? Not to say it like that, but it's the black college is a totally different experience than HBCU is totally different than just going to a regular college, a predominantly white college. It's so I would say taking them to go to those type of things, college trips, taking them to just go to another state, and see.
But because remember we took one on. We took them down there
Florida. That one
to Florida, right? And I love seafood. So we found a nice little seafood spot.
But they went all you can eat.
My little nephew say, boy, this is my first time eating seafood like that. Bro, that was one of his highlights of his life. So, you know what?
He hadn't been out there.
We got a bus. We do have buses now, so we can start.
You already know my mind over here already like, yep, okay, I'm speaking this, so.
We talking about taking the children and parents, you will have to pay. And you got to get your own way.
We'll take care of the children, yeah. But, and because my mind was already over here like, okay, we got this bus. And
we got them buses, so we might well use them.
You know me, I'm more about, if anybody know me, I'm one that, let's come with a solution. We can throw out ideas. We can talk about the problem all day. But what's the solution? Right. How can we get... So me saying, okay, these trips, just like you said, yep, we do have a bus. Yeah, that's, you know what I mean?
Do.
So...
now we just need a driver.
You know what I mean? And just like you're saying, the whole boxing thing, that's good. Because you always talk about, them just going and doing it. Just get it out your system. You want to fight, go on and fight.
Yeah, because I believe... But
it has to be organized.
I believe if I can rent, like, Buckhead Boxing Arena, I'll try it out, like, rent one for a weekend and see how much feedback we get from it. And if it go, shit, we'll rent at least once a month. Just, even if we're not doing it every weekend, once a month. For 2 or 3 hours where we have a couple of fights.
See, now you about to have me go back and looking at aspiring students and putting some other things in place because, with our nonprofit, we always trying to find different ways of reaching the children and,
But and say I want to introduce them to more than just football, baseball, and basketball.
Other than just sports in general.
Right.
Because they come to us and, we help all different type of ways. But one of the major ways is through the sports. But
the sports and the music.
Yeah, the sports and the music. But I want to be able to, like I said, take them on trips and show them other things so that they'll be interested in other things, things that'll keep their attention, because we have to.
Yeah.
We owe it to them.
And they'll learn a lot and get out the city, man, and get them, like I say,
seeing other people,
seeing
even
right,
just bringing, and you know, I know it's kind of tough when you bringing people from over here and over there because the beefs and all that type of stuff. But you know, when you bring them together sometime and it's organized, then you can actually, you know, make a difference. Okay, it's none of that. You know what I mean? And so I think we definitely have to start with that.
We'll put that on one of our to-do lists. But the first thing on our to-do list, we're gonna say December the 16th, from 3 to 7.
Come on out.
Money and Meka and Edmund Vision. We having
our My Wish benefit concert and Christmas toy giveaway. I know the registration right now is already full as far as pre-registration, but I definitely say anybody that would like to come, need some help, to come on out. You do not have to register or pre-register. But of course, toys are not guaranteed to everyone that's not pre-registered.
And we will have security, so no guns allowed, youth.
All right. It's none of that. We have some good music, good vendors. We are still accepting sponsorships, donations, toys. We just want to have a good time, give back to the children, and show them that we care.
That's from 3 to 7. And, you know, we in the works of talking. I want to have after that event, like a sneaker ball, a holiday sneaker ball, and that's in the works. So,
yeah, we always doing something.
We got a lot coming up. Like,
and it's tax time coming up, y'all. So yeah, I'm doing our classes again. I'm doing the next class December 2nd and 3rd. It is in person and virtual. So hit me up if you want to go ahead to the class. It's only $100, and I'm teaching you so you can actually start a business if you want to, or you can join a team. So I definitely say do that. That'll help you out, because especially if you either good with numbers, which want to start something new, or you like to help people.
And before we leave and see y'all guys next week, I want to give a big shout out to every podcast that's on Evan Vision, because I've been looking at the numbers behind the scene. I think majority of the podcast hit over 1,000 views this week. Am I right, my brother? You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's support. That's all we need.
Support everybody.
Support everybody.
All of them, because they all some good content. So
you take some from each one of them. I was on child support, but get what? I'd be the first person watching the Daddy podcast. You feel what I'm saying? The grown woman shit, hey, I watch it all. You feel what I'm saying? You know, not just because we part of the same, you know, brand and stuff, but you show support. You feel what I'm saying? You show a lot of support.
Yeah.
And like I say, it's holiday time here. Happy holidays. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive. Don't smoke and fly.
Hey, remember them quotas that everybody always talk about towards the end of the year.
Yeah, you know what time it is, man. Christmas bonuses and
you know, y'all be safe out here. It's got to be Christmas. I mean,
right?
Thanksgiving.
We got a lot going on. We got what day it is? LA, December the what? 8th.
3rd. Okay.
December the 8th. We in Latonia.
It's a Glow. Is that what it is?
Glow Bar. You know, Evan Vision. We about to make a name. We finna take over, man. Y'all just believe what I'm telling you.
Enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride. Buckle up your seatbelt, cause there's some crazy drivers along this way.
So you said stop why?
Love y'all. See y'all next time. Stop why.